And today's the day. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. It's testimony time. I'm sure by now, like if you've been following my channel, you know that I have moved to New York for like a year ago. At the time, I was dating my current man's. He said, you know what? I get you, and I'm gonna move with you. I was like, oh, hallelujah. I was like, God is going to help me through this, and He's going to see me through this, and I don't feel like He has put this on my heart for so long for it to not work out. They had a position that was open with L'Oreal Cosmetics. So I went in, interviewed, I got the job. Now, a part of my job function was to collaborate and to be on hand, to collaborate and to be with another company that is a very large company that we all know, all love, we've all shopped at it before. I was heading up that specific department. I'm not gonna name that retailer, even though I don't work there anymore or work with it anymore, just because like I just don't believe in bad mouthing any like previous company or anything like that, because it wasn't a favorable experience. I'll just say that. I also had to take like a major pay cut when I moved, and I wouldn't even say major, but it was significant enough that I felt it. Not only was I like super frustrated at my job, but I was just like really also frustrated with my finances, because like my savings was gone. I used it to move here, and I really just started questioning like my whole decision to come here. It just became apparent to me that I was like, I need to leave this job. I started looking for other jobs, and this was maybe like June. I would get so far along in the interview process, and then everything would just kind of go stagnant. I wouldn't hear from them, and that was kind of my cue. I knew like sooner than later I was gonna be getting that email like, oh, we decided to go with another candidate. And that happened like so many times. And I was trying to figure out why. Like, why am I getting so far along in these interview processes? I feel like I'm killing these interviews, like in person, on the phone, what have you, and then it just dies. Something told me, and I feel like this was God telling me, like, just chill out for a minute, relax. We had decided that we wanted to move out of our apartment because, don't get me wrong, like our apartment is nice, but we don't like the building that we live in, and we don't like our street. I thought after interviewing for like a month to 2 months, I was like, I'm for sure have a job by then. Like I'm gonna have a new job by then, and then we'll be able to move because I'll be making more money. Well, I didn't get a new job by then, so I was like, just be real with yourself, Niara. Like, you can't afford to move right now. We reached out to our leasing company and let them know like, hey, we want to renew our lease. They're like, perfect, that's fine. We were setting up a time to go and sign the new lease, and maybe like a day to 2 days after they told us we could renew the lease, they emailed us back and said, actually, we won't be able to renew your lease. And as a courtesy, since we didn't tell you, like this was maybe like 2 weeks into August by now, they're like, since we didn't tell you in enough time, we'll extend your lease to 10/1. So I'm like, great. Now I have to move. It's not even that we want to move, we have to move. I had decided I'm gonna start looking for a new job again. Like maybe I won't find one like before we move, but maybe like I'll find one like soon after we move. Whatever. So at the same time, I'm also looking for a new job. So whatever, we found an apartment that we really, really love. When you move here, like if they don't see that you make like more than what a year's worth of rent would be, they're like, no, we're not gonna chance it. So we got denied from 2 apartments because, and I really believe this, because my salary was low, like his was fine, our credit was fine. It's just like, I just don't make enough for it to make sense. I was starting to get really discouraged, like, and at the same time I started applying again, and I kept going through the same motion where I would like have phone interviews and I wasn't getting a job, or I was just getting that dreaded email like, sorry, we've decided to go with another candidate. And I was just like, what is happening? Mike Todd, I don't think his name is Michael Todd. Mike Todd came out with his Crazy Face series. So if you take anything away from this, go watch the entire Crazy Face series from Mike Todd. Just go watch it. I'm not gonna say nothing else about it. My whole perspective changed. I was just like, you have been thinking that everything in your life is a result of you putting in the work, when it's really a result of God. Like, God is your #1 provider. He can provide better than your mama, your daddy, any man, any job, like he is your number one. I kept specifically playing over and over again the crazy faith, the first episode, and then the baby faith, which I think is the second episode. And I kept replaying that over and over again. And then one day, got an email from this company saying, hey, we want to interview with you, blah, blah. I don't remember applying for this company. I took the phone interview. It went good. Then I got an email back saying they want me to wanted me to come in for an in-person interview. The same day, she emailed me back and was like, can I get your references? Which is usually always a good sign. That Tuesday after Labor Day, she emailed me back and said, can we chat? Now, I've been through enough of the interview process to know nobody calls you for bad news. We had also found an apartment that we really liked and that we applied for. She said she wanted to talk to me around noon the next day. So I was like, okay, perfect. So I go into my little meeting room. At around 11:30, I got a text from my boyfriend saying that we got the apartment. At 12 o'clock, she calls me. And she starts off with some chit chat, and I wanted to be like, girl, if you don't you know what I want to know. We don't have no time for the chit chat, small talk. She says, well, we know you interviewed for the coordinator role, and did you know that we had a manager role that was available? And I was like, no, girl, what that got to do with the price of beans in China? And she was like, well, you interviewed so well, and we wanted to offer you the manager role. Now, it was a long year. It was a struggle year. It was a year of me really like not realizing that, girl, you are not putting your faith in God. You don't have no faith. You are not putting your faith in God at all. And as soon as I started like understanding that like you don't have any faith, you need to put your faith in God, like what would he want you to do? As soon as I started understanding that and believing that and living that, one thing that I heard loud and clear one day when I was like really going through it, it was really rough. I heard him say to me clear as day, like as if anybody else was talking to me in this room, I have to do it like this so that you will know it was nobody but me. Don't you fall, girl. Woo, look at me. I done messed up my second body, y'all. I was believing that the whole way that I got to New York, like everything that I had accumulated, I had believed that it was off of my own merit. Yes, I'm a hard worker. I work hard. I do a lot of things to make sure I can live the way I want to, but that would not be possible if he was not on my side. That's my testimony. If you are a Christian, you need faith. How are you like, that's what I've learned these past couple weeks. How are you a Christian and you don't have faith? We're back. The tears are gone. We're strong. This is my finished look. I finished this off camera. I said I wanted to do something blue, but wasn't the point of this video. The point of the video was, if you are a Christian, you have to have your faith. And like nothing, I know to some that might seem like a small issue, but to me, like, it was such a monumental and pivotal moment for me, because like for the first time I could hear him clearly speaking to me one-on-one, and that was something I needed to really like wake me up. You're saved, but you're not putting your faith in him, and you're not depending on him the way a child depends on their father. But I love L'Oreal. I will forever ever be grateful to them, because they gave me a chance like in the beauty industry when I had no experience whatsoever. So Yeah, all these makeup details will be in the drop down below. Also, don't forget you can use my code for my y'all remember my red lips that I did previously? Y'all really like that look. I can't find the red one, but if you go to Real Her Makeup and you use my code Niara Alexis, you get 15% off your order. That's what I used on my lips today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time.